Hello and very welcome everyone once again to this session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs for 4th of May 2024. So let's start and see that what are the things we can learn from this day, and let's start the session. So basically before we start, these are the topics I'm going to cover for all of you. And the topics are like the first of all, I have got some international, national and state news for all of you. Then I got banking and finance, defense news, science and technology, sports, important days, appointments and resignations, ranks and reports, awards and recognitions, and at last we will summarize that what we have learned so far. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Okay, so first news that we have today with us is that CAG of India signed MOU with Auditor General of Nepal to enhance audit expertise. So first of all, you need to understand what is CAG. So CAG is the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. This position is marked under the Article 148 of the Indian Constitution, and he is also known as a General Auditor. The basic function of the CAG is to particularly audit the accounts of the central and state government and associations, and whatever type of default or any kind of thing that they can found from these accounts, they can put forward to the president for central government case and to the governor in the case of state government. So for this purpose, the CAG is there. And who is the current CAG of our country? So Mr. Girish Chandra Murmu is the currently holding post of the Article 148, that is Comptroller Auditor General of India. So Mr. Girish Chandra Murmu signed a memorandum of understanding with Toyam Raya, Auditor General of Nepal, to enhance collaboration and exchange of expertise in auditing. Recently, these type of memorandums were also signed with the Saudi Arabia and some other countries as well, to enhance the basic skills and to create transparency between the countries also. The agreement marks major milestone in bolstering ties and collaboration among the supreme auditing institutions of India and Nepal. MOU establishes a platform for the exchange of knowledge and experience among auditing professionals and technical teams through training programs and mutual assistance in conducting audits. MOU was signed during the Girish Chandra Murmu's official visit to Nepal on 2nd May, where he met several high-ranking officials, including Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda and Finance Minister Barsha Man Pun. Recently, just to add, under the IQ Air Index, Kathmandu was designated as the most polluted city under the IQ Air Index, that is the capital of Nepal. So recently, CAG of India signed MOU with the Auditor General of Nepal. Another news that we have today is that Ministry of Mines signed a memorandum with Shakti for sharing knowledge in critical minerals. So the Ministry of Mines signed a memorandum with Shakti Sustainable Energy Foundation during the opening ceremony of the Critical Minerals Summit held in New Delhi. The key partners in MOU include the Ministry of Mines, Shakti Sustainable Energy Foundation, Council on Energy, Environment and Water, Energy and Resources Institute. And the main aim of the MOU is to facilitate knowledge support in the areas of critical minerals important for India's economic development, national security, and low carbon energy transition. So basically, you need to remember one thing in this particular memorandum, that the Ministry of Mines has signed a memorandum with the Shakti for the sharing knowledge on critical minerals, so that we can enhance our decarbonization thing. And apart from that, we can enhance the new type of technology for the mining purpose. Indian Economic Development, National Security and Low Carbon Energy Transition. Secretary of Mines V.L. Kanta Rao inaugurated the Critical Mineral Summit, enhancing beneficiation and processing capabilities. India Habitat Center in New Delhi from April 29 to 30th of April. The summit identified 8 key minerals as focus areas and aimed to foster collaboration, share knowledge, promote innovations in critical minerals, beneficiation and processing. So for this purpose, the Ministry of Mines has signed MOU with the Shakti for sharing knowledge in critical minerals. Railtel and Quadrant Future Tech signed MOU to implement Kavach globally. Recently, Railtel was also inducted under the Navratna companies, and HAL was conducted under the Maharatna company recently. So, Railtel Corporation India Limited signed a memorandum with Quadrant Future Tech Limited to explore and deliver train collision avoidance system Kavach implementation projects in India and other countries. I need to tell you, Railtel is also a service provider of internet in our country, and apart from that, now they are particularly working with the Quadrant Future Tech Limited to particularly provide the Kavach system. What is the Kavach system? So Kavach system was designed by DRDO so that whenever two trains comes on the same track, so the other train that is coming from behind will stop by the help of Kavach system, because it will detect that there is another train and it will stop itself. MOU provides a framework for Quadrant to partner exclusive with Railtel on delivering the specific targeted opportunity related to Kavach. Quadrant is set to receive final approval by the Research Design and Quad Standard Organization as an OEM for the Kavach project. So for this purpose, the Quadrant is set to receive the final approval from the Research Design and Standard Organization. Kavach is an indigenous developed automatic train protection system of the Indian Railways, adopted as the national ATP system by the Ministry of Railways in July 2020. So now the process has been started to put this particular thing at all the particular train system, and with the help of Quadrant Future Tech. India has low health insurance coverage for older citizens, according to the Asian Development Bank. So, according to the Asian Development Bank report, the inaugural Aging Well in Asia Asian Development Policy Report, India has the lowest health insurance coverage among older people, standing at only 21%. So, according to the report, only 21% in India people have their health coverage. South Korea, Thailand have already achieved universal health coverage. Aging population in Asia and Pacific is set to nearly double by 2050 to 1.2 billion, or 25.2% of the regional population from 13.5% in 2022. Report emphasizes the need for pension, welfare, and healthcare programs to support the aging population. So remember that recently, according to the ADB report, what is the percentage of old people have the health coverage? That is 21% only. 8 railway stations in Amethi and Uttar Pradesh renamed. So the Union Minister of Home Affairs has approved the renaming of 8 railway stations in Amethi district. So basically, 8 railway stations to be renamed under the UP cadre, and particularly has got approval from the Union Home Ministry, that is under the Mr. Amit Shah. The initiative is led by BJP Amethi MP Smriti Irani. The renaming aims to honor local temples, saint, idols, and freedom fighters. Decision is part of the efforts to preserve the cultural identity and heritage of the region. So for this purpose, this has been done. And just to add, he was an ex MP of Amethi, that is Smriti Irani. SEBI amends mutual funds regulations to curb fraudulent practices. So recently, the SEBI Security Exchange Board of India approved the amendment to the Mutual Fund Regulation 1996 to enhance the regulatory framework by mandating asset management companies to execute a strong institutional mechanism to curb fraudulent practices like front running and insider trading. Recently, Motilal Oswal Asset Management Company became the first company to introduce the defense index in this particular sector. SEBI has allowed foreign portfolio investors established in Gujarat International Finance Tech City to accept unlimited investments from non-resident Indians. SEBI is a statutory body and market regulator that controls the securities market in India, established as a statutory body in 1992. The chairperson of SEBI is Madhavi Puri Buch, and its headquarters are in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So remember this thing, please, that SEBI has recently amended the mutual funds regulation to curb fraudulent practices. SEBI made mandatory registration of PMS distributors with APME. So SEBI issued a directive mandating that any person or entity involved in the distribution of portfolio management service should obtain registration with the Association of Portfolio Manager in India. Decision aims to boost ease of doing business initiative for portfolio managers and will come into effect from 1st of January 2025. Portfolio managers must ensure that any person or entity engaged in the distribution of its service has obtained registration with APMI. This move will improve the overall efficiency and transparency of PMS sector and ensure simplified compliance process. So remember this thing that SEBI has made mandate registration of PMS distributors with APMI. SES ESG Research received COR as ESG rating provider from SEBI. So SES ESG Research Private Limited, a 100% subsidiary of Stakeholders Empowerment Service, received certification of registration as an environmental, social and governance rating provider from SEBI. SES ESG Research will function as Category 2 provider of ESG rating with effect from April 25, 2024. SES published its first ESG rating in 2019, currently covers over 500 companies. SES, in partnership with National Stock Exchange, will supply ESG ratings data to NSE for their indices. So remember that SES ESG Research received COR as ESG rating provider from SEBI. OECD revised India's GDP growth forecast for financial year 25 to 6.6%. So according to the OECD Economic Outlook, Volume 2024, Issue 1 of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, has raised India's GDP growth forecast for financial year 25 by 40 basis points to 6.6% from 6.2% projected earlier. Global GDP growth is projected at 3.1% in 2024 and 3.2% in 2025. So according to OECD, it would be 6.6. According to NCAER, it would be around 6.8 to 7. Sorry, it would be 7 to 7.5. According to the RBI, it would be 7 to 7.2. And according to the Moody's and Goldman Sachs, it would be 6.8 to 7%. Okay, so remember these ratings. These are the type of ratings or the forecasts that are done by the famous agencies, the rating agencies, and majorly they particularly affect the stock market majorly. Okay, and the economic things. But you need to remember that which particular company or which particular rating has given what forecast for the nation. India's GDP is projected at 7.8% in financial year 24, around 6.5 for both 25 and 26 financial year, driven by strong investment despite sluggish private consumption. Domestic demand will be fueled by gross capital formation, particularly in the public sector, while private consumption's growth remains slow. Competition Commission of India approves acquisition of Sanyo Special Steel's 15.43% stake in SSMI. So Competition Commission of India, we discussed about it a lot of times, that this particular authority, they work towards two things. One is in the cases of acquisition of any company, and one is in the cases of merger. So Competition Commission of India has approved the acquisition of 15.43% by Sanyo Special Steel Company Limited in Sanyo Special Steel Manufacturing India Private Limited from Mitsui and Company Limited. Sanyo, based in Japan, is a global manufacturer of steel products and part of Nippon Steel Corporation Group. SSMI, a joint venture company between Mahindra and Mahindra Limited, Sanyo and Mitsui and Company Limited, was incorporated in 2012. SSMI is engaged in manufacturing forged products, hot roll products and cast products, and currently operated as a subsidiary of Sanyo. So remember, Sanyo, based in Japan, is a global manufacturer, and now basically the 15.43% of shareholding of the Sanyo Special Steel Company Limited in Sanyo Special Steel Manufacturing India Private Limited from Mitsui and Company Limited. American Express announced inauguration of 1 million square feet campus in Gurugram. So American Express is set to open new campus in Gurugram covering nearly 1 million square feet of area. This move highlights the company's commitment to creating a vibrant work environment. New campus aims to leverage global expertise and local talent. It is expected to drive innovation and provide value to the customers worldwide. So remember which particular company has announced the inauguration of 1 million square feet of campus, that is American Express. Sanjay Kumar Mishra to head GST Appellate Tribunal. So retired Justice Sanjay Kumar Mishra has been appointed as a president of GST Appellate Tribunal. So basically appellate tribunals are those tribunals in which if you find any kind of irregularities in the case of GSTs, then the particularly before going to any kind of court, these type of tribunal works. So remember the name Sanjay Kumar Mishra. He has been appointed as the president of GST Appellate Tribunal. The appointment was made by appointment committee of the cabinet. The role comes with a salary of 2.50 lakh per month for a tenure of 4 years. This move aims to streamline the resolution of business disputes efficiently, as I said. SDFC Life introduces No Jhanjat Life Insurance Fatafat campaign. So recently, SDFC Life Insurance has launched the No Jhanjat Life Insurance Fatafat campaign. They also recently introduced the SDFC True. What was the purpose? So that they can provide advice to the individuals and other peoples regarding the investment of their wealth. The campaign aims to simplify expedite life insurance purchases through its online platform. It addresses India's low insurance penetration and vast protection gap. The initiative is expected to revolutionize the insurance purchase experience. So remember, SDFC Life introduces No Jhanjat Life Insurance Fatafat campaign. Yes Bank collaborates with ANQ to launch PI and FI credit cards. So we discussed in the last session also. Let's just revise this one. So Yes Bank has partnered with ANQ to introduce two new credit cards, P and FI. FI cards are offered digital only credit on UPI for domestic transactions, and FI card provides physical access for domestic and international purchases. So that is a difference between these two. This collaboration aims to blend traditional banking with fintech solutions. So all the banking students try to remember this one because these type of things sometimes ask in your exam. FI secure NBFC license from RBI, expanding financial service offering. So FI, a new banking startup, has obtained non-banking finance company license from the RBI. The license allows FI to provide loans from its own books. The startup is backed by investors such as Peak XV and Tim ASIC. This development aligns with the trend of fintech startups acquiring NBFC license for direct lending. So please remember that which particular company has got the license of NBFC, there that is the FI. FI secures the license of NBFC. OECD raises Indian economy growth forecast to 6.6%. We just discussed about this one, so let's just revise. So OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, forecasted the growth of 6.6% in the current financial year. This upward adjustment reflects expectation of robust growth. The growth is driven primarily by increased public investment, improved business sentiment, all contributes to the positive outlook. Army Dental Center Research and Referral releases a special postal cover for Silver Jubilee celebration. So the Army Dental Center of RNR Delhi. RNR is a basic unit of our Indian Army where the people can go and have their health checkups and surgeries and all that who are associated with the Indian Army and their dependents. Commemorated the 25th anniversary with a special postal cover unveiled by Lieutenant General M.K. Katiyar. Major General R.N. Dogra Memorial Oration was delivered by Major General G.K. Thapliyal on India, that is Bharat. ADC RNR is the largest dental establishment of the armed forces, offering postgraduate training in 5 specialties of dentistry. The center was raised on 1st of May 1999 and has been providing specialist dental care for 25 years. To add one more thing here, recently in RNR, the skin bank was also introduced in the research and referral of the Indian Army. China successfully launched Chang E6, world's first to bring sample from moon. So last year, India got the achievement to become the first country in the world that has reached the south pole of the moon. And now China, with this mission, that is the Chang E6 mission, they are on this particular thing that they want to bring back some of the samples from the moon, from that particular side, the far side of the moon, so that they can use it for some research and other things. So China National Space Administration successfully launched the uncrewed lunar probe Chang E6 through a long March 5Y8 carrier rocket from the Wenchang Space Launch Center in Henan, China. Mission aims to collect and bring back samples from the far side of the moon, specifically from the Apollo Basin in South Pole Aitken Basin, the same side, the same basin from where we landed last year on 23rd of August. Spacecraft has four main components: an orbiter, a lander, an ascender, and a returner, and carries scientific instruments from France, Italy, and the European Space Agency. It also carries a miniature satellite named iCube Kamar CubeSat from Pakistan, developed in partnership with Shanghai Jiao Tong University and Pakistan Space Agency Superco. India to host BWF World Junior Badminton Championship 2025 in Guwahati. So India is all set to host the BWF, that is World Badminton World Federation World Junior Championship 2025 at the Badminton Association of India's National Center of Excellence in Guwahati, Assam. This marks the return of the World Junior Championship to India for the first time since 2008, previously held in Pune, Maharashtra. NCOE in Guwahati, inaugurated in 2023, houses 16 badminton courts and a 4,000 square feet gymnasium. Denmark will host the Thomas and Uber Cup 2026 in Horsens, marking the second time Denmark hosts the event. So remember that BWF World Junior Badminton Championship is to be held in Guwahati in 2025. World Tuna Day. 2nd of May, World Tuna Day is annually observed on 2nd of May to spread awareness to the importance of tuna, one of the most economically important fish species. So you must have heard this word a lot of times in cartoons and animations. Tuna. Tuna fish is a very important cuisine to the people who are basically likes the seafood. So for them, the tuna fish is a very important thing. So the day underscores the importance of sustainable fishing practice to preserve the balance of marine ecosystem. UN General Assembly adopted a resolution proclaiming 2nd May as World Tuna Day with the first observance on 2nd May 2017. Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations lead the observance, headquartered in Rome, Italy. So remember, World Tuna Day is on 2nd of May. World Press Freedom Day 2024, May 3rd. So the United Nations World Press Freedom Day is annually observed on May 3rd to celebrate the fundamental principles of press freedom and evaluate press freedom worldwide. To add one more point here, under Article 19, Clause 1, under Article 19, there are 6 types of freedoms that are given to the people of this country. If we talk about these 6 freedoms, the first one, if we talk about, is the freedom of speech and expression. And under that particular clause, there is also one unwritten clause, that is the freedom of press. So under that particular category, in India also, the press particularly entertains the freedom to particularly put forward the things without any restrictions. But the thing is, we are dedicating the World Press Freedom Day to the day when the journalists and the press of our country, they work towards making the press more efficient or more impactable. So for that thing, we are particularly countering the 3rd of May as the World Press Freedom Day. 3rd of May 2024 marks 31st anniversary of World Press Freedom Day, led by United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. The theme of 2024 is a press for the planet. Journalism is the face of the environmental crisis. Palestinian journalists cover Gaza have been named the laureate of the 2024 UNESCO Guillermo Cano World Press Freedom Prize. So remember the Palestinian journalists, they got the Guillermo Cano World Press Freedom Prize. International Day of Mine Awareness and Assistance in Mine Action 2024 observed on 4th May. So 2nd of May is the Tuna Day, 3rd of May is the World Press Freedom Day, and now 4th of May is the International Day for Mine Awareness. International Day of Mine Awareness and Assistance of in Mine Action is observed annually on 4th of April. 4th of May, sorry. It would be 4th of May. Okay. So this day highlights the ongoing threats posed by landmines and explosive remnant of wars worldwide. It underscores the urgent need for collective action to address these threats. The day also celebrates the progress made in mine action efforts globally. So for this purpose, the International Day for Mine Awareness and Assistance in Mine Action 2024 is observed. ACC appoints Sanjay Kumar Mishra as the president of GSTAT. So the appointment committee of the cabinet has approved the appointment of Sanjay Kumar Mishra, former Chief Justice of the High Court of Jharkhand, as the president of Goods and Service Tax Appellate Tribunal. He will hold the post for 4 years from the date of assuming charge or until attaining the age of 70 years, whichever is earlier. GSTAT is a specialized body to handle GST related disputes efficiently and is vital for providing impartial, expert, and efficient resolution mechanism. GSTAT will comprise one principal bench in Delhi and 31 state benches across various locations nationwide. So ACC has appointed. We just discussed in the starting of this session about that Sanjay Kumar Mishra has been appointed as the president of GSTAT, that is the GST Appellate Tribunal. Shashi Bhushan Singh appointed Secretary of National Jute Board. So Shashi Bhushan Singh, 2000 batch Indian Railway Traffic Service Officer, has been appointed as the Secretary of the National Jute Board. Appointment is at the director level and is based in Kolkata under the Ministry of Textiles. Central government has approved this appointment. Singh's term lasts for 5 years or until further order. So remember, Shashi Bhushan Singh appointed as the Secretary of National Jute Board, and obviously it would be in Kolkata. Why? Because when we talk about jute, so the largest producer of jute in the world is the Bangladesh, and after that, if we go to India, then it would be West Bengal. RBI approves reappointment of Atanu Chakravarti as HDFC Bank part-time chairman. Atanu Chakravarti has been appointed as the part-time chairman of HDFC Bank. His tenure will last from 5th of May to 4th of May. The Reserve Bank of India has approved the reappointment. The Board of Directors has also sanctioned his reappointment as independent director for the same period. So remember the name. RBI approves the reappointment of Atanu Chakravarti. World Press Freedom Index 2024 announced India ranked 159th out of 180 countries. So in the Press Freedom Index, please remember what is the rating, what is the ranking of India? That is 159. If we talk about the World Hunger Index, then that is 105. In Handay's Passport, that is 82. If we talk about the Global Innovation Index, that is 39. And if we talk about the Gender Gap Index, that is 129. In Environment Index, we are a little bit low, will not little bit low, very low, that is 176. So please remember these index as well. So India is ranked 159th out of 180 countries in the World Press Freedom Index. This marks slight improvement from previous rank of 161. India trails behind Pakistan, which is ranked 152nd, and Sri Lanka, which is ranked 150th. Norway topped the ranking, followed by Denmark and Sweden. You will always find these countries to be on top. This time, Norway is on top. Assam conservationist Dr. Purnima Devi Burman wins Whitley Gold Award. So on 1st of May, wildlife biologist Dr. Purnima Devi Burman from Assam was honored with the Whitley Gold Award, known as the Green Oscar, by the Whitley Fund for Nature, WFN. The award acknowledged her conservation efforts for the endangered greater adjutant stock. and its wetland habitat. The award, worth GBP 1 lakh for project funding, supports grassroots conservation leaders from around the world. Dr. Burman received the trophy from Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, at the ceremony in London, United Kingdom. Purnima Devi Burman gets the Green Oscar Whitley Gold Award. We just discussed about her. So please remember the name Purnima Devi Burman. UNESCO Guillermo Cano Prize 2024 awarded to Palestinian journalists in Gaza. Palestinian journalists covering this crisis in Gaza have been awarded the 2024 UNESCO Guillermo Cano World Press Freedom Prize. The award was recommended by an international jury of media professionals. It recognizes the courage and commitment of these journalists amid challenging circumstances. This gesture is a mark of solidarity and recognition for their work. So remember that UNESCO Guillermo Cano Prize 2024 awarded to Palestinian journalists in Gaza. So let's revise that what we have learned so far. So CAG of India signed MOU with the Auditor General of Nepal to enhance audit expertise. Ministry of Mines signed a MOU with Shakti for sharing knowledge in critical minerals. Railtel Quadrant Future Tech signed MOU to implement Kavach globally. India has low health insurance coverage for older citizens. 8 railway stations in Amethi, Uttar Pradesh renamed. SEBI amends mutual fund regulations to curb fraudulent practices. SEBI made mandatory registration of PMS distributors with APMI. SES ESG Research received COR as ESG rating provider from SEBI. OECD revised India's GDP growth forecast for financial year 25. CCI approves acquisition of Sanyu Spatial Steel for 15.43% stake in SSMI. American Express announced inauguration of 1 million square feet campus in Gurugram. Sanjay Kumar Mishra to head GST Appellate Tribunal. SDFC Life introduces No Jhanjat Life Insurance Fatafat campaign. Yes Bank collaborates with ANQ to launch P and Fee credit cards. Fee secures CNBFC license from RBI, expanding financial or service offering. OECD raised India's economic growth forecast to 6.6%. Army Dental Center Research and Referral release special postal cover for Silver Jubilee celebration. China successfully launched Chang'e 6, world's first mission to bring samples from moon. India to host BWF World Junior Badminton Championship 2025 in Guwahati. World Tuna Day 2024, 2nd of May. Press Freedom Day, 3rd of May. International Day for Mine Awareness and Assistance, 4th of May. ACC appoints Sanjay Kumar Mishra as the president of GSTAT. Shashi Bhushan Singh appoints secretary of National Jute Board. RBI approve reappointment of Atanu Chakravarti as SDFC Bank part-time chairman. World Press Freedom Index 2024 announced India ranked 159 out of 180 countries. Assam conservationist Dr. Purnima Devi Burman wins Whiteley Gold Award. UNESCO Guillermo Cano Prize 2024 awarded to Palestinian journalist in Gaza. And that's it in this session. I hope you learned a lot of things and you got to know a lot of things for your notebooks as well, for your notes. We will meet once again in next session. Till then, bye bye. Take care everyone and see you soon.